Most ruthless Black Mafia bosses who are still active in 2025. From Frank Matthews vanishing with $100 million like a ghost in the wind, to Larry Hoover commanding killers from a supermax cell, and Lorenzo Fat Cat ordering executions over petty disrespect and still pulling strings behind bars. These are the most vicious Black Mafia bosses still ruling from the shadows. Frank Black Caesar Matthews. In the annals of American organized crime, few figures have captured the imagination quite like Frank Larry Matthews, better known as Black Caesar, Mark IV, or Pee-wee, a man who rose from abject poverty to control a drug trafficking empire that rivaled the Italian Mafia in scope and profitability, only to vanish into thin air with a fortune that would be worth over $100 million in today's money, leaving behind one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in criminal history. By the late 1960s, Matthews had achieved what many thought impossible. He sourced heroin directly from suppliers connected to the French Connection, bypassing the Mafia's control and becoming reportedly the only non-Italian with such direct access. This allowed him to undercut competitors with purer, cheaper product, while maintaining the kind of profit margins that would make Wall Street executives jealous. Matthews' empire spanned at least 21 states, from New York to California, with key hubs in Brooklyn, Harlem, and Detroit. He organized a network of Black and Latino dealers, hosting summits in Atlanta and Las Vegas to unify minority traffickers and create an independent supply chain that could challenge the Italian Mafia's dominance. This wasn't just drug dealing. This was revolutionary economic warfare against the established criminal order. His organization processed and distributed massive quantities of heroin and cocaine, allegedly generating $1, $2 million per week, equivalent to $8, $16 million per week in today's money. Matthews laundered money through real estate, buying luxury homes and cars, including a fleet nicknamed Mark IV, and even a Staten Island mansion next to mafia bosses like Paul Castellano and Carlo Gambino, who resented his presence in their upscale neighborhood. Matthews earned his Black Caesar moniker through brutal enforcement, linking him to multiple murders, kidnappings, and extortion. In one infamous incident, after being robbed of $375,000 by a Genovese family associate, Matthews kidnapped the thief's relative and demanded repayment, securing not only his money, but an extra 25 kilograms of heroin as compensation. This wasn't just business, this was a declaration of war against anyone who dared to cross him. The DEA described him as one of the biggest heroin and cocaine traffickers in United States history, responsible for flooding eastern cities with drugs during a deadly epidemic. At his peak in 1972, Matthews lived lavishly with fur coats, diamond jewelry, a common-law wife, Barbara Hinton, 3 children, and a mistress, Denise Brown, while projecting a Robin Hood image in black communities through charitable donations. And then, on June 26, 1973, days before a court hearing, Matthews did something that no major crime boss had ever done before. He simply vanished.